things go wrong as things might do, the Berenstain Bears will find a way through. Mama, Papa, sister, and brother, they'll always be there for each other. The bear fact is that it can be sweet as honey. Sometimes you'll find they might be just plain funny. The Berenstain Bears, the Berenstain Bears.
It's easy to get lost almost any place.
So always have a plan, just in case. Where should we go next, brother?
Well, sister, let's ride past the pet shop.
Look, brother. It's Papa's car.
Hey, you're right. I wonder what he's doing at Mr. Griswold's hardware store.
What he's always doing at Mr. Griswold's hardware store.
Papa loves tools.
Well, I have 2 carving sets, a 1-inch and a 2-inch.
But I need a 1.5-inch for the table I'm making.
Well, I can order in the 1.5 inch, but it'll take about a week to get here.
No, that's too late. I have to have the table finished by the weekend.
Maybe you can try the hardware store over at the new Big Bear Mall.
That mall's supposed to be huge.
Really huge. What do you say, Cubs?
Huh?
Do you want to see how huge the new Big Bear Mall is?
Can we, Papa?
Yes, can we?
You better tell Mama. She's not going to want to miss out on this.
Hooray!
I hear it's huge.
Really huge.
Well, then, we have to be sure to go over the rules.
What rules, Mama?
Rules like always stay close to me and always hold my hand. We have rules so that no one gets lost.
But how are you going to hold 3 hands? Sister's, Papa's, and mine.
Oh, those rules aren't for me. I've blazed trails through the deepest woods and made my way through the snowiest wastes of the Great North and then back again. Papa Q Bear never gets lost, so those rules aren't for me. No, siree. There it is. Big Bear Mall.
It's huge.
Has anyone seen a parking space yet?
Well, if we keep going around and around like this, we'll run out of gas before we find a space.
Look, somebody's leaving. What if we can't find our car when we come back?
You're forgetting you're in the company of Trailblazer Papa. I never get lost, and I never lose anything.
Still, a good rule to remember is always mark your spot. Find something to help you remember it.
Look, there, Mama.
That means our car's parked in section 7, right?
Right. Now we'll be able to find our way back to the car, even without Trailblazer Papa.
Whoa!
Cool.
What about remembering the rules?
Stay close.
And always hold your hand.
Now, there are a few more rules I'd like to talk about.
Well, since I never get lost, I don't need any rules. I'll go find that hardware store.
But what about the meeting spot rule, Papa?
Oh, we know about meeting places, Mama.
You told us before. No matter where you are, the first thing to do
Is pick a spot to meet, just in case we get separated.
Very good. Now, what's our meeting spot going to be today?
Let's meet in the food court in 1 hour. Ooh, I'm in the mood for some honey noodles today.
Do you know where the food court is, Mama?
No, but we will in a minute. This is a map of the whole mall. It shows where everything is located. The shops and washrooms and escalators, and even where we're standing right now. There are maps like this all over the mall. So the rule is, if we get separated, you look at the maps. They'll show you where you are and how to get to our meeting place.
The food court.
Right. So let's find it on the map. There it is. Now, let's see what stores are between us here and the food court there.
A music store
A bookstore?
and a pet store.
All these stores look the same.
Oh, don't worry. Your mama will be here soon.
What is this place, Mama?
The Lost Cub Station. It's where cubs who get lost are taken to wait for their parents. Another rule is, if either one of you gets lost and can't find our meeting place, then you should go into any shop and ask somebody that works there for help. Then that bear, or uniformed mall security bear, will bring you here, where I can find you.
Oh, there you are, sweetie. Thank you so much. I turned my back for just a second and she was gone. It happens so easily, especially in a mall this big.
That was your stomach, brother.
And that was your stomach.
Sounds like it's time to meet Papa in the food court. Let's check that map over there and see which way we have to go.
That way.
That hardware store has to be around here somewhere.
Gotcha.
Hey.
What could be keeping Papa at that hardware store?
Papa loves tools.
Maybe he just got himself lost.
Not Papa.
He never gets lost.
Now, where am I? Huh? Oh, no. I'm back where I started.
The rule is you really shouldn't leave the meeting place in case the person you're supposed to meet comes by and you're not there. But I have a feeling I know what happened to Papa.
Here we are. The big red arrow shows us, right by the food court.
Okay, the hardware store is number 42.
42. There, Mama. So we go that way and turn left.
He's about this tall, has a brown hat and blue overalls. He was looking for a carving set. You're sure you haven't seen him? Well, thank you anyway.
But if Papa wasn't here, where did he go, Mama?
My guess is around in circles.
Huh?
It looks like Trailblazer Papa has managed to get himself lost.
But how are we going to find him?
That might be easier than you think, brother. Oh, dear.
I know where I am most of the time, but I guess that's only when I'm in the deep woods or frozen north. All I've had for lunch is this lollipop. Honey noodles. Mmm.
We saved them for you.
I knew I could count on you two.
Well, thank you for taking care of our lost one.
Well, that's why we're here. Big or small, we help them all.
Oh, wait, Papa. What about your carving set?
Oh, let's just forget it. I'll never find that hardware store. Well, doesn't that just beat all? I had to get lost to find what I was looking for. Oh.
Don't worry, Papa. We'll show you where the car is.
How do you know that this is the...
Rule number 1.
Always find something to mark your spot.
Like that big 7 on top of the light pole.
I'm sorry for all the trouble I caused today. I should have listened and obeyed the rules so I wouldn't get lost. Well, I've learned my lesson. Rules are for everyone. No matter how big or small, rules keep all of us safe. Next time, I'll hold your hand so I won't get lost. I'll look at the maps, and if need be, I'll go into a store and ask a clerk for help. I promise.
Left.
Right.
Great bears aren't always found in a book. Heroes are everywhere when we take time to look.
All right, class. Can anyone tell me what it means to admire someone? Yes, Lizzie.
You admire someone who's done really cool things? I can wiggle my ears, and that's really cool. Do you admire me, Lizzie?
No, Billy. I don't think that's exactly what Lizzie meant. We admire someone because they can do things we'd like to do. They're talented, or they do things that help make the world a better place.
Like a superhero?
Yes, but more of an ordinary hero. A real hero. One that doesn't fly or have X-ray vision. So for tomorrow, I'd like each of you to choose a bear that you admire more than any other. And everyone will get a chance to come and talk about their choice. All right then? Have a good evening, everyone.
Okay, I picked who I admire most.
Already? Who?
Amelia Bearheart. Because she was the first female bear to fly across the ocean. Boy, I bet her arms were tired. She was a pilot, silly Billy. She flew the airplane all by herself. She was very brave. Well, I admire Wayne Grizzly the most because he's the greatest hockey all-star there ever was.
Well, Barry Houdini is the greatest magician there ever was. And I'm a magician, so that's why I admire him. Uh-oh. Here come the cards. Pick a card, any card.
You never get this, Stacy.
So, sister, who do you admire most? I don't know yet, Stacy. I can't think of one bear I admire more than any other.
You better hurry. You have to pick someone before tomorrow, sister.
Your card is the 2 of clubs. No. Jack of spades? Queen of diamonds?
Not even close, Stacy.
3 of hearts? 5 of anything? It's red, right? No, black. Is it black? Mama, I'm home.
I'm in the backyard.
Hi, Mama. Washing quilts?
Uh-huh. Hi, sweetie. How was school today?
Okay. Mama, tomorrow I have to tell the class about a bear that I admire. Do you admire anyone?
Well, I admire lots of different bears for lots of different reasons.
Lots?
I think every bear has something about them we can admire. Bears from all around admire Ms. Grizzle's beautiful garden. And they admire Mayor Honeypot for the good work he does around town.
But I want to tell the class about someone really special. Someone who I think is a real hero.
You know, I think Grizzly Gran has a book called The 100 Greatest Bears in History. You might find some real heroes there.
That's a great idea, Mama. I'm going over to Gran's right now. Bye.
I'll call and let her know you're coming.
Hi, Gran.
Hello, sister. Oh, careful now. Your mama called to tell me you need to borrow the 100 greatest bears in history.
Yep.
Only thing is, Gramps packed it away with a lot of other things in the basement. So, it looks like we're going on a bookfinding expedition.
Look at all this neat stuff. What's this, Gran?
An old snowshoe. Not much good without the other one, which we don't have. Your grandfather doesn't like tossing anything out. According to Gramps, everything's an antique, if you keep it long enough. He found this one on one of those internet auctions. Every time he goes on the internet to try to sell some of this stuff, he ends up buying something else. Oh, dear.
Is something wrong with the boxes, Gran?
Well, it looks like Gramps forgot to label them. The book we're looking for could be in any one of these boxes. Well, let's start looking. No books in this one.
Look! I found the other snowshoe.
Oh, that's a tennis racket, dear.
Wow! It must be really old. Is it an antique, Gran? Did Gramps get this on the internet?
Well, actually, it's my old tennis racket from when I was a teenager.
You play tennis?
I was a Bear Country High School champ, 3 years in a row. My serve was my specialty. It was my junior year. I'd spent the whole summer practicing every day. I guess it paid off.
Neat!
I forgot I even had this old thing. Oh, it didn't seem so heavy way back then.
If I had a trophy that big, it would never get packed away. I'd keep it in my room and shine it up every day. What's all this stuff, Gran?
Oh, part of the craziest get-up you'll ever see. Land sakes! And now here's the rest of it.
What kind of get-up, Gran?
All right. Turn around. And no peeking. Okie dokie. You can turn around now. Ta-da!
Gran!
Introducing Wanda, the One Bear Band. Back more years than I care to count. I was a pretty big hit in the Bear Country Outdoor Summer Theater. And in the off-season, I'd visit hospitals and retirement homes, bringing them a little cheer. Oh, I can't believe I've still got it.
That's so cool! I mean, the skates and the drum and... You're amazing, Gran!
Well, the best part about it was seeing the smiles on the faces in the hospital. That was better than any applause. Well, enough about me. We have to find you that book.
Maybe it's in here. Whoa! Look, Gran! This must be the biggest fish ever.
Second biggest fish to ever come out of Big Bear Lake.
Second biggest?
I threw the bigger one back.
You caught this? And a bigger one, too? And I thought Papa was the best fisher bear around.
He is, these days. But who do you think taught him everything he knows about fishing?
I thought it was Gramps.
Nope. But we'll keep that our little secret.
Why is this t-shirt in with the fish?
Oh, dear me. Look at that. There was a time years ago when it looked like it was the end for Big Bear Lake. But we put a stop to that. Some people from the city wanted to fill in Big Bear Lake and build factories right on top of it. Fortunately, we made enough noise to convince the right people, including the mayor, that it wasn't such a good idea. Oh, I was so brash back then. I said what I thought and stood up for what I believed was important.
And you still do, Gran. It was because of you that we got another crossing guard near the school. And a lifeguard at the swimming hole, too.
You're right. I guess I still do. Well, enough about all that. We still haven't found that... Eureka! Here it is! The 100 greatest bears in history. There's bound to be a bear or two in here that deserve your admiration.
Are you in here, Gran?
Me? Oh, no. I'm just an ordinary bear.
But you've done some really great things, Gran. You're special.
Oh, I'm not saying ordinary bears don't do some amazing things. What I mean is, if you take the time to find out about them, you'll see that everyone is special in some way. See anything that impresses you?
I sure do, Gran.
Good. Now you'd better skedaddle off home to get started on your project. Oh. Keep the book for as long as you need it.
Thanks. But I already know who I'm doing my project on.
That's wonderful, sister. Who is... Oh.
Today, I'd like to tell you about the person I really and truly admire the most, my Gran. And I admire her because she's an ordinary hero. Heroes aren't just in books. They're everywhere when we take the time to find out about them.